Somebody holler. And welcome to Enumerations of the game Ladle. If you like what you see, consider subscribing, leaving a like, and if you're really feeling good, leave a comment down below. Without further ado, here is today's topic. For decades, video game protagonists have had an unquenchable thirst for more health. Whether it's a magic-based tonic, hallucinogenic fungi, or a straightforward medical appliance, the result is always the same. One more incessantly green tick on a life bar giving the commonplace lead character one more attempt at survival. However, the following list is not for the mundane protagonist that accepts but what health pickup is disinterestedly tossed in their direction by their callous game developer, but for those innovative few with only the finest of taste. On May 1st, 1987, North America would be introduced to the morbid world of Castlevania. Inspired by the Nintendo-published Metroid, the first game in the series crafted a gothic and moody 8-bit nightmare. With a shared desideratum to produce a video game with an oral and visual cinematic flair, the team at Konami looked toward the golden age of horror. Ghosts, skeletons, fishmen, and homicidal suits of armor are all present within the decaying castle in which the game takes place. Deceptively, however, there is a single item buried deep inside the rotting walls that is the antithesis of its surroundings. Behold, a finely cooked piece of chicken housed in a wall. As if anticipating the destruction of a slab of stone hidden amongst hundreds of identical stones, the culinary apparitions went above and beyond. Obsessed not only with the succulent piquancy or rehabilitating potential, but its 3 Michelin star presentation as well. Admire the 17th century tableware and distinctive orange-brown hue of this flawlessly roasted chicken. It truly is the pinnacle of wall-based poultry. Finding himself in exasperation from 30 years of feasting on the displaced hearts of his fallen enemies, Link, from the Legend of Zelda series, decided to take a much-needed 100-year vacation. With the majority of his time spent leisurely dreaming, Link would awaken with a newfound passion, cooking. By the time the real world reached March 3rd, 2017, Link had grown from a simple novice into a master chef. While delicious and beneficial Breath of the Wild entries are abundant, only one is so closely entwined with the development of the mechanic that it must rise above the rest. Around January 2013, the game's director and his fellow developers at Nintendo Entertainment Planning and Development Division began work on a new Legend of Zelda experience. Their goal was to dissect the franchise, identifying what qualities must remain constant in order to be considered a Zelda adventure, and which elements had to be changed for fear of simply maintaining conventions. For all of the countless gameplay innovations assembled, one emerged entirely due to a relentless infatuation with seafood. According to the game's director, the real reason cooking had been included in the first place was because he loves salt-grilled fish. This would be the very first dish designed for Breath of the Wild, and that the hearty version fully restores health plus an extra 2 temporary hearts, makes this Breath of the Wild's most delicious and significant delicacy. Whoa. Far from the renowned decades of Konami's illustrious past, the game publisher begrudgingly strained a trilogy of lackluster titles based on 2003's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon series. While the GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation 2, and available handhelds received critically panned, monotonous, half-baked excuses for beat-em-up entertainment, there was one aspect of these titles which reviewers almost entirely overlook: the savory, gooey cheese, spicy jalapenos, and smoky pepperoni of this vital health pickup. It's no wonder these abnormally enormous, mutated reptiles break open haphazardly laid boxes left by unknown, possibly sinister sources just to receive the sweet bite of this replenishing pie. While this does not mark the first time the dish has been used in a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video game, it certainly is the spiciest. It would be difficult to denounce such a flawless meal. Spicy, cheesy, smoky, perfection. Ooh. In 1991 Sega released Bare Knuckle could its popularity have occurred solely due to the rotting slabs of beef the main characters consume for nourishment after discovering the food inside various oil drums, stacked tires, and trash cans? Undoubtedly so. Crafted by many of the same minds behind the Mega Man series, such as the shared producer, sound programmer, and character designer, Capcom's DuckTales graced its audience with a life-restoring item originally designed as a hamburger turned into one of Scrooge McDuck's favorite treats, an impeccably swirled vanilla ice cream in a cone cup. These were but a handful of the most delicious video game health pickups money can buy, protagonists can find, or experienced chefs can craft. As you've made it this far, I'd like to offer a most heartfelt thank you. I hope you've enjoyed this time with the game Ladle. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got some work to do.